Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shalia and I'm so excited to have you guys here. Number one, because I'm back with a makeup tutorial. It's been a couple videos since I've done one. I've been very busy during the month of December and it was really hard to sit down and film a tutorial, more so than it was to film hauls or vlogs. They're just a little bit more time consuming, but I'm back with what brought me to YouTube in the first place and I am so excited because it is dramatic AF New Year's Glam. Hi. Anyway, so this is the look that I came up with. What I really like about it is obviously because it's New Year's, we had to go ham sandwich with the glitter, but what I also like about it is that it's neutral and you can wear it with any outfit. You can of course switch the glitter shade if you want to do a color, if you want to do gold or whatever works for your outfit. Same thing goes for the lower lash line shade. You can mix it up and do whatever you want. Obviously I'm a nude lipstick person, so I went with a nude lip, but again, another one of those things that you could do this exact same eye look and put a completely different lipstick on and it still works. Because it's New Year's, like you can kind of go bananas, you know what I mean? So this is, like I said, the look that I came up with and I'm actually really excited to show you guys how I did it. But before we go ahead and jump into that, please do me a tiny favor. Go ahead and click the red button to subscribe to my channel. I was saying sklick, subscribe and click. Regardless, you get the drift. Also, don't forget to click the bell so you guys get notified as soon as I post something new. And of course, give this video a thumbs up at the end if you thoroughly enjoyed it and you felt like you learned a little bit something new. And if you're feeling extra generous, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment boxes down below, or box, there's only one. But like I always say in every single video, keep it cute or put it on, because ain't nobody got time for that. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump into this video. Alright guys, let's go ahead and let's get started. Obviously I carved out my brows already. Not carved them out, I filled them in already. We're going to go ahead and get started right on the eyes. Today I'm going to be using my P. Louise eyeshadow base, which I just realized I'm starting to run out of, which is kind of freaking me out because I gotta order one before I completely run out because I will not be a happy camper. So I'm going to just go ahead and take this on a flat brush and start by carving out my brows. Next, I'm just pulling this all down my eyelid. We're just basically placing it all over my eye. I'm never neat about this. My dog's just staring at himself in the mirror. Weirdo. I'm never neat about this because obviously it's just gonna completely get covered and cleaned up with my base products, so don't stress yourself out about getting it on there perfectly. I never do. You want to just make sure that what you're putting on just gets fully blended out and patted down so that there's no texture showing through your eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to be going into the James Charles palette. Starting with the darkest shade that I'm going to be using, we're going to go in with this right here. And I'm using a Morphe M506. And I'm just really picking up a decent amount of product all over the brush, tapping off the excess. And right above my crease is where I'm going to lightly pat this color. I don't know if you guys just heard my stomach. I'm so hungry. So then, because we're doing a cut crease, we're not going to round this color out like we normally would. Instead, we're going to sort of pull it outward in the way we would cut the crease. Then, using the same brush that we used to pack on the color, just doing very light patting motions in an upward motion, we are going to just blend out that color every now and then I like to do very tiny circular motions if I notice that the color isn't quite moving the way I want it to. Next, I'm going to switch brushes. This time I'm going to use a MAC 217, and I'm moving into this shade right here. And again, tapping off the excess, and this time we're going right above that same shade. And this time I'm going in small circular motions. And then I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going into this shade here. It's picking up a little yellow on camera, but in person it is closer to like a bone shade. And right on top of that shade we just did, we're going to just pop this on just a little bit on top of it. It's to brighten it just a little. Now going back in with my P. Louise eyeshadow base and that same brush, flat brush that I originally used. I believe it's a MAC 210. It's so old that the numbers aren't here anymore. But using that same brush, I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. Now that that's all done, I'm going to take a Morphe 167 and I'm going to go, I'm so backwards when it comes to this. I'm going to go into this shade. Oh wait, no. It's this one. That one. Yeah. Like, I'm like looking at the thing to help me, but then I'm like going backwards. I'm going the wrong way. And you'd think I'd remember it by now, but I don't. So, we're going to just pat this onto the lid just to serve as a base for the glitter that we're going to put down. Alright, so this next step is pretty self-explanatory, but obviously I'm going to walk you guys through it anyway, because I would never leave you hanging. We're going to go ahead and apply the... Oh, I forgot I already opened it. We're going to go ahead and apply the glitter. I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glitter Adhesive, as well as the NYX Glitter... Okay, why not? The NYX Glitter Brilliance. This is the shade... Silver? I guess. It's just an assumption. So taking the brush that comes with it, it looks just like a nail polish brush. Just very lightly, I am brushing this across my lid. And I try not to do the whole lid in one fell swoop. And I'm just using a small shadow brush. And I'm dipping my brush directly into the glitter. And just patting this on my eyelid. And you want to just keep doing this until you are satisfied with the coverage. Alright, now that we're all done with the glitter, I'm going to go ahead and take my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper Black, I believe. And I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and apply some lashes. Today I'm using my Betty B lashes in the style Instaho. These are my favorite lashes. Like, they're so dramatic and it's just so beautiful, and they're gonna go great with an eye that's as dramatic as this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop those on. So while the lash glue is drying, I'm gonna go ahead and take a makeup wipe. I'm gonna just wrap it around my finger like so, and we're gonna just clean up all that fallout down here. And you can also, it helps like keep that liner really sharp. So we're going to go ahead and just let those dry down just a little bit more before we get too funky and play with them a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. Now I'm going to take a concealer brush and once again a little bit of the P. Louise eyeshadow base. And I'm actually going to go ahead and just coat my under eye just a little bit here. Nothing too crazy. Now we're going to go back. We're going to take our Morphe M506. Yes, and we're gonna go back into the palette and we're gonna grab this blue here, pick up a little bit of color for an even more festive New Year's look. Now I'm taking my MAC liner in the shade Feline and I'm gonna go ahead and line my waterline. Also tight line the top. Next, taking that same pencil brush, we're going to go ahead and just buff out the liner on the lower lash line. Forgive me if my eyes are super red, guys. I'm super tired. So I'm sorry, just bear with me. Next, I'm going to take my Bad Gal Bang Mascara by Benefit, and I'm going to drop it on the floor. And I'm going to put mascara on my bottom lashes. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and do this eye off camera, and I will be right back with you guys to finish up the face. Alright, so I am back now that my other eye has been completed off camera. I went ahead and actually applied my MAC Strobe Cream in the shade Silver Light. It was a mistake, I swear, Scout's honor. I thought I pressed record and I didn't. So the next thing I'm going to do, of course, is we're going to prime the skin. This is my Tatcha the Silk Canvas primer. It's the primer that I've been using the most these days. One of my favorites. I love this primer. It just like really just gives the skin such a flawless base. Like, to start with, it just really fills the pores and just the foundation just bounces so nicely on top of it and it clings to it so beautifully. I will like say it is like ridiculously expensive, which is like the part that sucks, but if you can afford it, it is a damn good primer. If you are someone who has dry skin, you definitely want to omit this next step, but since we're going to be partying like crazy tonight and just really enjoying ourselves, I'm going to go ahead and just really make sure I'm doing everything that I can to give myself that flawless base all night long. So I'm going to take my Urban Decay Velvetizer powder and a damp beauty blender. Not too damp. You want to squeeze it and make sure nothing comes out of it. And then I'm just popping this powder on in the areas where I get the oiliest. Moving on to foundation. Today I'm using the NARS All Day Luminous foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations. You guys have definitely seen it on my channel plenty of times before. It is nothing new. Next, we're going to be applying concealer, and we're going to highlight our face the normal way that we always do. Today, I'm using the Cover FX concealer. This is the Power Play concealer. It's been one of my new... My nails have makeup on them. This has been one of my new favorite concealers as of late. Next, using that same blender, I'm going to take a little bit of the Morphe Setting Mist and I'm going to spritz the blender. And then we're going to just blend this out the way we normally would. If you guys are watching this before the new year begins, let me know in the comments below what you guys are doing tonight. I'd love to know. Sometimes, like, I believe it or not, like, New Year's comes and I don't even want to go anywhere because, like, sometimes I go out and I have such a great time, and then other times, like, I don't want to go because there's so much, like, build up, and if you don't have as much fun as you think you're gonna have, it's almost a disappointment, which is nuts because, like, you would go out any other night and have this amount of fun and it'd be a success. But because it's New Year's Eve, it's almost like you want, like, something epic to happen. Like, you know what I mean? And if, like, nothing crazy happens, you're kind of like, yeah, I went to a party. So, like, you know, it doesn't make sense, and sometimes it still, like, gets me. It's weird. I don't know. Next, we're going to go ahead and start the baking process, but we're not going to complete it. We're going to just go in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So I'm starting my baking under my eyes only. And the reason I'm doing this is because I find that it helps me clean up my under eye a little bit better. So that's what we're going to do. Next, I'm going to take my KKW Beauty contour stick in the shade Deep Dark 2. I'm going to go ahead and contour. And then we're just going to go ahead and buff this out. I like to do mine in soft patting motions and then sweeping very gently if I need to. Way it doesn't disrupt the product, that's the base that's underneath it. Now we're going to go ahead and finish baking. I'm switching sponges. This time I'm using English, the Morphe Contour and Highlight Sponge. Alright, now I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer, and I'm just going to go ahead and brush this onto the perimeter of my face. So the contour shade is pretty cool, and then the bronzing shade is pretty warm. Kind of plays off of each other for the perfect look. I'm having one of those days where my left eye is being really uncooperative and just like keeps running and running and running. So that's happening. And no matter how much powder and how much product I put on it, it's just being really stubborn. Hopefully it stops eventually. That's not cute. Alright, now using the same Morphe setting mist, I'm going to go ahead, cover my eyes, and give myself a little spritz. Or mist. Now while we're waiting for the face to just fully dry down, I'm going to take my KKW Beauty lip liner in the shade Nude 2, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on lining my lips. Then using the KKW Beauty lipsticks, these are the creme lipsticks in the shade Nude 5. I'm going to go ahead and put this on top. Then taking the shade Naked from Kylie Cosmetics, I'm going to go ahead and pop this right on top, closer to the center. Now to finish up, now that the face is dry, we're going to go into the blush from ColourPop. This is the shade Swift. I love this blush because it just like warms up the face like bronzer. It's such a beautiful, beautiful blush, especially for like medium to darker skin girls and boys. Definitely one of my favorite blushes out. Now for highlighter, I'm using MAC's Superb, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush. Of course, we're going to give ourselves one last spray. This time I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter. We're going to lock it in with this. Alright guys, that concludes this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys are going to kill this look on New Year's Eve, which is later today. So if you're watching this now and you're following along, don't forget to shoot me a photo on my Instagram or tag me or whatever so that I can definitely go ahead and take a look and see what you guys recreated for this amazing holiday. I hope you guys have an awesome New Year's Eve and also a very safe one. And I hope the new year brings you guys nothing but happiness, love, joy, success, prosperity, all of the above, all that good jazz that you can think of. Same thing goes to your family. I hope that it brings them nothing but the same. And I'm going to go ahead and sign out of here so I can get myself out of here. So have an awesome day or night or whatever time it is that you're watching this. If New Year's Eve has come and gone and you are watching this now, I hope your New Year's Eve was great. And yeah, I'll be back in a few days with another makeup toot. I love you guys, and I'll see each and every one of you in my next video. Bye!